Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Canoo, ticker symbol GOEV. And here we are looking on the weekly time frame, having hit a new all-time low over the course of past week at a price of 10.01 cents. And we can see that little wick down there. And as I had mentioned, that's the new all-time low. I didn't think that we'd go lower than the previous week that ended on February 23rd, but closing the week on March 1st at a price of 10.49 cents. We did hit the lowest low of all times over the course of the week. But there's one thing that is encouraging about it. We did put in a close that is a few fractions of a cent higher than the previous week's low, which was 10.44 cents, really being, I don't even know how to measure this, 5/hundredths of a cent more than that low. So I guess that's a little bit encouraging. But what I see really, unfortunately, is that we might be forming a bear flag, just as over here we came down, consolidated, and then broke lower. What I think is going on right now is we have come down and we are consolidating, and I suspect that we will be going lower. But of course, I could be wrong. But I just want to take you through the daily candles and some levels that I've gone over to make the case for why this is a bear flag. But really, you can just see that, price did drop. Last video that I put out was on Sunday, February 25th. So following this trading day here, Friday, February 23rd, it did look to me like we were putting in this like dragonfly or, small hammer candle cross doji, suggesting that buyers were stepping in below about 11.46 cents. But, what we saw on Monday of this past week, February 26th, was a big red candle going down over 9% on the day, being a bearish engulfing candle. And then we just saw consolidation over the course of the week. And that makes me think that, since this is hanging out down here, there isn't enough buying pressure to push the stock price up. So eventually that buying pressure is going to fade out and this is going to drop further, which is definitely not what I was expecting seeing this candle from a couple Fridays ago. I expected that there was a quick bounce, we'd be going up higher. But, we did not see that. And part of trading is always, adapting your plan. And here what I see is that it's going to go down lower. And so for me, I am adapting my plan. I did pick up some shares at 10.5 cents, thinking that, it would be bouncing. We didn't see that, so I do plan on offloading those shares, unfortunately. But, this to me is just not worth the risk. It seems pretty risky at this point. But yeah, just going over the levels, really, I've gone over all of these before, but I did adjust this white retracement coming down to the new all-time low at 10.01 cents. And so there are a number of levels here for us to go over, with 10.01 cents being the all-time low. That is definitely an important one. We don't want to see closes below that. But then if we notice over the course of the week, we did see a number of opens and closes right around 10.5, and now getting a close lower than that. It is quite possible that this little cross here could suggest the bottom's in and it's going up. But I just think that with this consolidation, the sideways consolidation, it does suggest to me that it is going lower. And so some levels to the upside that are good to be paying attention to. I've got these two levels here that are extensions from the yellow one being this retracement here, and that is the 1618 at a price of 11.37 cents. I thought that was going to be the bottom. I thought it wicked down to 11 cents and come back up, which we did see on that Friday. But we have since not seen that. The next level to the upside is another 1618 extension, and that is from, let's see, this Fibonacci retracement. And so that is at 11.94 cents. And, so I do feel like those are important levels to be paying attention to. And in all honesty, they might be good levels to be exiting the position at before it goes lower. Other levels to the upside, if that does happen, the 236 from this down tracement here, that is at a price of 12.88 cents. So another level potentially, and actually that would coincide with breaking above this orange downtrend. So that might be a good level that might act as resistance before testing the downtrend as support. But then if in case it can go higher, there is like a confluence of these three levels here, with the 382 from this retracement being at a price of 14.66 cents, just below the psychological level of 15 cents, and above that 15.5 cents, which was the previous low before this run up. And yeah, so I do feel like those are all levels to be paying attention to. And then also, I guess I did want to point out that from this retracement over here, let's see, I don't want to zoom out too quickly, and you'll see why in just a second. So this low over here at 22.01 cents did coincide pretty nicely with the top over here at 22.19 cents. All of this being just below this gap that has yet to be filled at 24.4 cents. But the reason why I did not want to zoom out too quickly is if I do zoom out a little bit more, we see something emerge from the depths. Which is the 161, actually the 2618 extension from this yellow Fibonacci here. I'm just going to zoom in and adjust the y-axis so we can see it a little better. And so that is at a price of 4.68 cents. And so, you know, I just don't know what other levels to compare it to that it might be going down to. One is where these two white downtrending levels cross. That would be right around 7 cents. And so that's a pretty big drop, you know, percentage-wise from where the current price is. And so, you know, that is what I am bracing for. I am bracing for, you know, a 30% drop, if not more, from current price. And, you know, I would hope that it would bounce from there and start going higher. But to me, it does just look like this is more bearish consolidation, more of, you know, what we have seen as it's been making its way down, with a few blip exceptions. Generally, this has just been bleeding for months. And unfortunately, I'm sorry to say this, I do think it's going lower. And, you know, I'd rather share my honest opinion than say that I do think it's going to these higher levels like 15 cents or 20 cents. I think it's going to 7 cents realistically, and that could be in the next couple weeks, and I could very well be wrong, but for myself, for my risk tolerance, I'm taking a step back. But, you know, those are just my thoughts, and if you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.